Okay, so on your demo sheet, you're going to write your name, today's date. You're going to write hair partings for everyday students. Your due date is Friday, which will be September 13th. That's your due date. For Kiski B, your due date will be Monday, September 16th. That's by the time you leave for the day, you will turn it in. The materials that you will need hand sanitizer. You will need a spray bottle of water, and you want to write these down. You want to write down everything I tell you, because this is what you're going to use to go off of. So hand sanitizer, water, 2 towels, four to 6 butterfly clips, and 3 standard combs. So you have your butterfly clips, you have 4 to 6 of them, and you have 3 standard combs. Why do you think we're taking 3? In case you drop one. How many? I just dropped a clip. So if you drop something, do not pick it up until you're finished with the service, unless if it is a safety hazard. Just kick it close to the inside of your station where the chair is. That's not going to affect the client or yourself, and it's not going to trip you. Just move it out of the way until you're done with your service. When you're cleaning up and disinfecting your station, you'll pick that up and take it to the proper sanitation. Everything in my hands, your butterfly clips and your standard combs, are going to go into the ship shape in the dispensary. That's the bowl in the sink with the yellow water. They're going to go in there first. Then whoever is on dispensary is going to take it out of the ship shape and put it into the barbicide. Okay? So the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to introduce yourself to your client. You're going to say, "Hi Sam, my name is Mrs. Gockel. I'm here to take care of you today. We're going to do hair partings." So you want to get familiar with introducing yourself. Before you touch anything, step 1, sanitize your hands. You always want to make sure your hands are clean, and make sure you're writing these steps down. Step 1 was sanitize your hands. Then you want to check at your mannequin. You want to look and you want to see everything looks good. Okay? She doesn't have anything that you should be afraid of to work on. You're going to take your standard comb. You are going to put your thumb on the top of your standard comb. So your thumb goes on the top. Okay? You are going to do 5 partings. So we're going to write them down. I'll go over each parting and how you accomplish it on the head. So your first parting is a center part. Parting number 1 is center. Using your thumb on the top of your comb, you are going to start. You're going to use the bridge of the nose as your guide. So you're going to take your comb and you're going to go straight back, center part. You want to make sure that it is nice and crisp. There are no over-parted pieces of hair. You want a very clean parting in your mannequin's head. Can everybody see the parting? So you go from the center of the forehead to the top of the head. You go far back like that. That's how you get your center part. Okay? So thumb on your comb. It's really important to use because that's how you guide. And if you need to tilt your mannequin back a little bit, you can. You're not going to take your comb and ride it up your client's face. You're just using that as a guide where to start to insert your comb. You're gonna go to the top of the head and you have both center parts. You wanna make sure it's nice and crisp. You don't want parts to look like this, because when you're highlighting, when you're doing roller sets, when you're doing perms, when you're doing chemical relaxing, it's going to alter your style. You want to make sure it's a nice, clean, crisp parting. Now, the next part that we're going to do, so number one is center part, and then I just comb the hair back. Number two is either left or right. We're going to do left first. So to get the correct part on your mannequin and on your clients when you're doing roller sets, you are going to use the black part of your eye right in the middle of your eyebrow, almost where the complete arch is of your eyebrow, and you're going to go straight back to the middle of the head, okay? So I'm gonna search there. I know I wanna go right here in the part. Can everybody see? And I'm gonna take my comb and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna go straight back. And that gives me my center part. So now if you notice, my hair is parted on the left and going to the right. Can everybody see that? Okay, now I don't like that parting. It's not very clean to me. So I'm gonna go back in, and this is where the frustration comes in. You're going to go back through and make sure it's really nice and clean. Now, if you have hair color on a mannequin like I do, or if you have some bald spots on your mannequin like I do, it makes it tougher to get that nice crisp part. It is extremely important to have a crisp parting, okay? So after you do that, your next part, am I going too fast for anybody? Does anybody need me to slow down? Okay, finish writing and then we'll move on to the next part. So your left part, you start in the middle of the eyebrow, right where the black dot is in your eye, where your iris is, and you're going to go straight back to the top of the head. Okay, that's your left part. Yes. Does anybody need more time? Okay, go ahead, take your time. Does anybody have any questions on the center part or the left part yet? No? Okay. So now what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna do our right part. So using the thumb on the tip of your comb to help guide you back, you're gonna find the middle part of your client's eye. You're not gonna drape it against the scalp. You're just gonna keep going back. So you're gonna go, you're gonna find it, and if you need to tilt back, you can. I'm extremely short, so I have to tilt everything back. My chair never gets pumped up in the salon, ever, because I'm not tall enough. So I'm gonna find the bridge of her eye, right where her eyebrow starts to arch. I'm going to take my thumb on the top of my comb. That helps guide. If you use your finger, you don't have as much structure in your hand. If you're using your thumb, you can guide it. So you're gonna take your thumb, and you're gonna start back and you're gonna go straight back to the head, okay? This way now your part is going on the right hand side and your hair is going to the left side, okay? You wanna make sure that's nice and crisp. So again, middle of the eye, straight back to the top of the head, okay? Anybody have any questions on center, left, or right? This is the fun part. Okay, I'll let you guys keep writing. When you're done, just look up at me so I know you guys are ready to continue. Good job. The next thing, you can choose what side you want to start, but you have to do both sides. It's a diagonal. So do you remember how we met at the eye and we went straight back? Now we're going at an angle. So my advice is, if you're going to start on the left side, stand off one step to the right side. Did you see how I took that step? Did you see how my body changed? So now my comb is gonna come towards me. I take that step, okay? So you find the same spot in the eye that we did for left and right center. You're gonna find the middle of your eye. You're going to use your thumb again. You always use your thumb to guide your comb. You're going to find that part. I'm gonna take my step so that now I'm not bringing it straight back to me because body position is important. I'm gonna come to the side. So now I take it, I'm taking my comb, pressing gently. You're not digging the comb into your client's scalp. And I'm doing my diagonal part. The hair is still gonna be off to the side, but if you notice, it is a diagonal now. It is not straight back, okay? It's a diagonal, so yes.
Are we taking a step to the right or the left first?
It doesn't matter. You could do, so if you are working on your left-hand side, you are going to take a step to your right and bring it towards yourself to the top of your mannequin's head. If you're going from the right side to the left, you would step to the opposite side because you want to bring that body position so that you know where to take your comb, okay? Does anybody have any questions on diagonal? Yes?
Which way again?
So we're going left to right this time, so we're stepping to the right.
What if my part's on the other side?
Then you step to the left, opposite direction, so you're moving with your body.
Good to know.
Yeah?
I struggle with that too. I don't think there's an O in there. It's E-I-A-G-O and A. There's an A diagonal. Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Any more questions on diagonal? Okay, so we're gonna change it up. We are now going to move on to right diagonal because we just did left diagonal. So if you notice, I'm starting at the upper part of her eyebrow, using my thumb to guide the comb. I'm going to gently, remember gently, you don't want to dig your comb into your client's scalp. You're gently going to come back at a diagonal. Did you notice I'm standing to the side? I'm not standing in the center. My center part, my left and right first partings, I'm pulling it straight back. So I'm standing centered with my client. When I'm doing the diagonal, I'm stepping off to the side. It's really important to remember that because you're gonna follow your body's direction, okay? So we're gonna go from the middle of the eyebrow, we're gonna take it straight through the client's hair on a diagonal angle. And she's got a big tangle in her hair, so we're just gonna comb through that. And then you have your nice diagonal parting, okay? So if you look, you have a diagonal parting. Her hair, she has really, really light roots, and then she's got another line of color. So, and she's got some bald spots in here, so it's hard to see. When you guys are doing your partings, you may have to take the smaller end of your comb, because it's wide teeth and small teeth. You might have to take and just pull a piece of baby hair over on either side to make sure you get that nice clean parting. you're going to think that it's clean, and I'm going to come over and say, oh, we got some hair. We got to try to get it as clean as possible. Now, I will take into consideration, obviously, this is a mannequin. It is a lot easier when you are doing this on a human because our scalps give some leeway. These do not, okay? Now, the infamous zigzag. So again, you can start in the middle, or you can start on the right or left side. You are going to be drawing a V twice. So you're gonna go V, V. That is your zigzag. This is going to be everybody's least favorite, I promise. But once you do it, you're gonna wanna do that for your styles. When you're doing up styles, when you're doing creative hair, you're always gonna lean towards doing some kind of zigzag part because it makes it look more, not more, like it's not textbook. It doesn't look like that. It looks like you're giving some kind of shape to your mannequin's hair. So you're gonna go back. You're just gonna comb everything back. Each time you start the new parting, you're just gonna comb everything back. And I'm left-handed, so I always start on the left side, but I'm trying to start on the right side for you guys because a lot of you are right-handed. So again, I'm going to take the middle of the eyebrow. These are good points of reference for us when we're doing your hair partings. It's really easy to look on the bridge of the nose. No one's face is symmetrical, so it's easy to use the points of the eyebrows and the tip of the nose. If you try to go off eyes, sometimes eyes are off center, sometimes noses are off center. So if you use the bridge of the nose, that's how you get as much symmetry as you can. Does everybody know what symmetry means? Perfect. It means the same on both sides. Asymmetrical is one side is lower, higher, further out, or narrower together. Okay? So we're gonna start with the bridge of the eyebrow. This is your zigzag. So we have center, left, right, diagonal left and right, and now we have center. So we have our 5 partings that we're gonna be working on, okay? So you're gonna take your finger, or your thumb I mean, on your comb. Notice I'm not wrapping my fingers around the edge of the comb. I'm holding the teeth on the comb with my fingers and my thumb is up here. That way my fingers aren't catching on the hair and I can just guide right in. So I'm going to start, I don't know why I keep lifting her head up. I'm gonna start at the bridge and I'm gonna go diagonally in. That's my first parting. Okay.
If you haven't turned in your attendance, please do so at this time. If you haven't turned in your attendance, please do so at this time.
If you need to clip the hair out of the way so that you can get the zigzag formation, you absolutely can. That's what the clips are for. If you need to utilize them to get the hair out of the way when you're doing your other parts, you absolutely can. Don't be afraid to use the clips. That helps grip the hair. So after I do my first diagonal back, I'm now stepping this way and I'm doing another diagonal line, connecting this point that I stopped at and bringing it down. Okay, so I'm going straight down towards the ear. And then I'm going to clip that hair out of the way for the video so that you guys can see, and it'll show you how you get your diagonal. So after I have that first V in the hair, can everybody see? I have my V. Now I'm going to come back and do it again. So now I'm on the left-hand side working this way because my first one I ended on the right side. So now I'm switching back. So your body's switching back. It takes a little bit to get used to, but I promise you'll get it. I'm then going to take my thumb again and I'm going to meet where my point was. Can everybody see where my point is? Where I stopped, right here. Can everybody see that? So that's where I'm going to go in and I'm going to bring it back diagonally again, okay? Can everybody see it looks like a W? You have a point, and a point so far. Can everybody see that? Okay, so you're gonna do this either on the right side, the left side, or you can do a center part with a zigzag. I'm gonna show you how to do a center part in just a second. So I'm gonna release the hair, okay? I'll take it straight back.
Oh, it's this thing.
It's the phone. You can, do you notice I'm putting everything on my station so that it's clean still?
Hey, your phone just finished up ringing.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, I'll get it when I'm done with the demo. So I'm gonna go in the middle part and I'm just gonna go straight back. So I'm in the center of the head now. I'm not off to the side this time. I'm in the center of the head and I'm going diagonal. So notice I'm on the left side. Now I'm gonna step over and I'm gonna go to the right side. Then I'm gonna come back over where my V ends and I'm gonna connect that. I'm gonna clip this out of the way so that you guys can see the partings. If you have to pull the hair a little bit to make it nice and smooth, you can. Remember, you don't want to pull too tight though. You don't want to hurt your client. So I'm gonna match my V right here and I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna have that part now. Clipping it out of the way. I'm gonna step back over and I'm gonna finish my zigzag. Can everybody see the zigzag? Can you guys see the zigzag? Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. You could do center or side for your zigzag parting. You do not want to wet your hair if you don't have to. Sometimes it will make it a little bit more tangled. We do have a leave-in conditioner. We do not shampoo the mannequins ever. We always want to make sure we're only using a leave-in conditioner or a conditioner if we're washing them. We do not want to put shampoo. If you put shampoo, it will tangle really, really bad. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on anything that we went over for hair partings? Does anybody need anything on their list? Because that is your reference guide to see what you need. Everybody has the stuff that we need, the directions. How many partings are there? 5. Center, left, right, diagonal, left, right, zigzag, center, left, right. Okay? All right, that is your demo.